right, sweet. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Inside the Lines podcast. I'm here with my boy Billy Mac. My name is Fabian, and we're here with another episode.
Yep, we're back. We got a lot of cool things to talk about. We were trying to upload yesterday, but had some difficulties yesterday, so we're back today, and um, just appreciate everybody listening. If you are listening, if not, hopefully you could share with some people. Be great to get our name out. So we're excited to bring back some more topics. We're gonna jump into some ATP predictions. What's going on with the tour? Um, yeah, just touch some things that we talked about last time, and yeah, we'll get into it. We got the Masters 1000 going on in Canada right now. Last time we talked about it, it was right after the first round, and right now we're going into the quarterfinals, which starts tonight,
hmm
Eastern Standard Time. So we'll just kind of go over what we talked about last time. I made a couple wild predictions. Some were true, some were not true. I did have a good feeling that Fonseca was going to lose first round. He did to Tristan Schoolkate. That was kind of cool. Guy came from qualifying, played two matches, beat Fonseca in straight sets. I don't think a lot of people thought that was coming, just because I mean you see a guy coming from qualifying and how good Fonseca's playing. You don't really expect that, but I thought that was pretty cool.
hmm Like we sometimes forget that. I mean, Fonseca was playing qualifying
Yeah,
earlier in the year. I mean, he had to
yeah,
qualify for Australia, win three
yeah.
matches there.
Playing challengers at the
You know?
beginning of the year too.
Yeah, challengers as well. So it's like, I mean, we have to just have in mind that he's still 18 years old. He's not like Alcaraz per se.
Right.
So he's still very vulnerable, but he could still beat some big names for sure. You know, so yeah, that was honestly a great call by you, Billy Mack. That was a
Yeah.
great
I
call.
I didn't expect it to happen, but I also saw it happening. But yeah, so we
I
had
will say Zverev has exceeded my expectations.
very yeah. I think Fabian. I don't know. We could find a clip of it, but if I remember correctly, I thought Fabian was saying that Zverev was going to lose like third round. I also thought not didn't make it past the third round. Maybe
Yeah, you said that he was gonna lose to Walton.
I did say that,
And
and
then
he
I
almost
said that I said that he was going to lose to Fonseca because personally I didn't think Fonseca was going to lose to School Kate,
yeah
but I mean I saw the match. Like I mean he played incredible,
yeah
start to finish. But
yeah. Yeah, Zverev,
yeah,
Zverev almost. I mean, I think Zverev's starting to. Well, I say it now, but I think he might be starting to peak over his hump the past year, I guess. He almost lost to Walton. I mean, it was 8-6 in the first set tiebreaker, and then the second
mhm.
set was 6-4.
Yeah,
Um,
Walton. I mean, just a couple loose errors and doubled on match point. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
he's like
And
right there.
because Walton has been kind of dangerous recently because I think he's semifinal Los Cabos, lost to
Yeah,
Shapovalov.
he's playing well, dude.
Yeah, playing good.
hmm
I was kind of hoping Schoolgate would go a little bit farther than losing to Arnaldi second round, but
Yeah, dude. Arnaldi gave a heck of a fight to Zverev. Not even gonna lie.
and to yeah, it's very yeah.
hmm
Yeah, I was expecting a little more out of that too, but
Yeah, honestly.
it is what it is. I
Mhm.
It's cool that Poprin's in good form too. I don't think he's won. He hasn't done great this year. I don't think.
hmm
Maybe a couple quarterfinals, maybe a couple semifinals of random tournaments, but
Something about him in Canada, dude.
I was
He
also
hasn't
thinking
lost
about
a match in Canada
no, he
ever.
has not lost a match. I think he's 9-0, or I guess 10-0 now. 9-0.
9-0. He'll be 10-0 after tonight.
Yeah, he. So I actually have a cool point about this that we didn't have prepared, but now that I think about it, I want to share it. So first of all, he's playing pretty good. Beat Medvedev. Um, beat the guy that I thought he could possibly lose to was that Nicholas Arsenault. Sorry if I'm spelling your name wrong or pronouncing your name wrong. He had a kind of a tough match with him. 7-6, 9-7 in the first set tiebreaker, and then 6-3 in the second set. Beat Medvedev, beat Rune, which I kind of would expect. But um,
Mhm.
anyways, and then he beats Rune. But I was looking at I didn't really comprehend that he was wearing Psycho Bunny, and
Mhm.
when he won, I guess
Montreal.
when he won Montreal last year, if I remember correctly, he was wearing Fila,
Yeah, he's wearing Fila.
and so I'm thinking that after he won that event last year, they probably flashed him a little bit of cash and said, "Hey, you won this event. They're our sponsor. Take it. We'll give you some cash." It's just kind of cool. They're the sponsor of this tournament. They're his sponsor now, and he's doing this well at a tournament with Psycho Bunny,
Mhm. It definitely does get it a lot of views for sure.
especially because every night he's been playing on prime time. He hasn't been playing like during the day. It's always been at night.
Prime time. I mean, his only match that he played on grandstand was against Arsenal, and then he played Medvedev, and then he played Rune, and then I mean, those guys, even though their rankings are slipping a little bit, they're still very big names in our sport. And once people see like, oh, like he's taking these guys out, like, man, I want me some Psycho Bunny.
Right.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it's great to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. No kidding.
Hmm
So
But let's talk a little bit about Shelton, man. I mean, he's come through some tough battles these
tough
past two
battles.
matches. I mean, Nakashima 7-6 in the third, and then Kaboli yesterday came down from a break in the third.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought it was
incredible
pretty cool.
stuff.
These courts I've noticed play very quick and
Suits him so well.
yeah, fits him perfectly. I think it's tough for everybody. I mean, it's kind of like a learning lesson even for myself and probably you that the game changes so much when the courts are quick and you can't always get like the perfect rhythm and players that disturb rhythm and don't give other players rhythm is the best way to win. Like Shelton, he can rally all day if he wants to, but he
Hmm
just prefers to hit two rally balls and then go for a big shot. And
Yeah,
with his
he's so
serve,
unpredictable.
so unpredictable. I mean, I was watching the whole Kaboli match last night. I saw a couple of times where he was probably like 5 or 10 feet behind, maybe like 5, 6, 7 feet behind the baseline. And he had like a forehand, kind of a slower forehand, and tried to go for like a forehand flat winner from like 7 feet behind the baseline. And he almost made it, but it's like that's just kind of how unpredictable he is. He can make one of those or miss one of those, and he's making more of them than not because I mean these courts suit hard shots, especially when you have a 135-mile-an-hour first serve.
Hmm
That works well.
I'm gonna quote Sam Querrey on this. Last week he played Francis Tiafoe, and they were talking about how how well Shelton's playing and how like his game is starting to like really like bloom per se because I mean his backhand has improved so much. Like we saw it yesterday. It's starting to become a shot that's reliable. It's coming to starting to become a shot that's like not going to let him down.
Right.
But back to what you were saying about like those shots about like 5 to 7 feet behind the baseline. I mean, what Query was saying is that he was playing against Tiafo in the quarters. I mean, he like lasered one down the line off of one of like Tiafo's like I think it was a second serve or a first serve. I'm not sure which one it was, but he was literally like behind the DC logo and he
Yeah.
like laced the winner.
Yeah.
So it's like he's like capable of making that shot.
Hmm.
But it's just unbelievable how much he's like progressed, especially this year. His level has just like increased so much from last year.
Yeah.
So
And
it's really
I'm not one to make critiques, but I mean, I think we were always taught if we were that far behind the baseline, not play it
rolling
safe,
deep,
but like yeah, deep cross court, like put yourself back in the point, but still be
deep
up there.
even deep middle, dude. You
Yeah,
know,
deep middle. Yeah, exactly. Um, but it's cool to see him do well. I think he's got the draw to go pretty far. I mean,
Demon War now.
he's playing Demon Noir now, which I don't know. I feel like
Tough.
Demon Noir at some point is going to feel a little tired because he played I don't know 5, 6 matches last week. He's on his fifth match now, but he's also crazy, like insanely fit person.
Yeah,
Um,
fastest man on tour.
100%. There was a rally yesterday where Tiafo. Did you see it?
I think I posted it on
Yeah,
our
yeah. Check out the Instagram Inside the Lines. Go watch. Plug. Yeah, he was like sprinting for a ball, like behind the baseline, sprinting for another ball behind the baseline, the opposite direction. Went for a weird drop shot, made it. Tiafoe missed it. Like speed's crazy. But anyways,
yeah.
I'll make a prediction. I think Ben Shelton wins Montreal or wins Toronto.
You think Ben Shelton wins Toronto?
Yeah, I don't. I don't think Dim Noir. I don't think he can hold up this long. For one, just I think Ben is confident enough where he can outpower him. Dim Noir cannot outpower Shelton. I think these surfaces are power games. Shelton wins. I hope this doesn't screw up my prediction, but Shelton wins. I probably see him playing Fritz. I don't really like Fritz personally, but Fritz, I probably see him beating Fritz just because I still think Ben Shelton can outpower Fritz. Doesn't have as big a service Fritz. Zverev is probably going to lose to Poprian. Mickelson will probably win, in my opinion.
I think an All-American final between Mickelson and Shelton.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Also, wouldn't mind Poprian going to the final too,
Wouldn't mind
but
either.
I don't know.
I'm also open to the back-to-back for Poppy Run.
Yeah, definitely. It'd help him
I
out a
think it's
lot too.
for sure. Confidence-wise, keeps
Yeah,
his points too.
yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So I said Shelton wins, but then again, I think it'd also be cool if Poprian wins. So it'd be cool for an American final. Mickelson, Shelton, or Mickelson, Fritz, but
Mhm.
we'll
I
figure it
think
out.
Shelton wins it all as well, man. I said it since day one, so
He also gets fired up. I don't know how much that whole Kaboli thing ticked him off last night about um, they got into a confrontation with the net. Bully made like a gesture, maybe mimicking something Shelton does or did. Ben gets kind of pissed off, like with the whole like phone celebration and like just it's like a lot of touchdown dances. He does a lot of touchdown dances per se, and I think that kind of stuff fires him up. And I wouldn't want to piss Ben Shelton off.
I think what happened yesterday was just so minor.
Yeah, yeah, so minor.
Like
Yeah,
it's not anything like bad, you know. It was just a little misunderstanding. They figured it out at the end, you know. No, there was no like real tension. There was
no,
just a lot of misunderstanding. So
yeah. Tsitsipas, man, insane. Just straight up, just playing horrible tennis.
yeah, I mean, this guy is like really struggling to put together a match, and he was somebody who we're talking about to like lead the next generation of
I mean, he
players
won this
once the
tournament
big.
like 4 years ago,
Yeah, he won this tournament. I mean,
2019 maybe.
or no, he made the finals.
Then lost to Rafa.
Yeah, he lost to Rafa. He didn't win the tournament. He lost to Rafa. But like this tournament was his breakthrough. I mean,
Right.
it was literally his breakthrough. He beat Novak here. But I mean, it's just it's just things like he was making finals of slams, and now he can't make it past the first round. So it's like really like what do you think is like going on with him? What do you think is the
Well,
thing that he needs to figure out to then get his game where it needs to be, because he's should be someone that's easily in the top 10. Easily. His talent, I mean, it's
yeah.
unmatched.
Um, I'm not one to speak about his personal life, but maybe his personal life. I mean, I think he takes his tennis super seriously. Maybe some stuff in his personal life, like not working with his dad, of coaching with his new girlfriend. That's kind of like attention to him now. I don't think that has a lot to do with it, but honestly, I just think these guys are becoming like really good at tennis. Everybody that's passing him. What is he even ranked now? Like 30, 35?
Yeah, I don't even think that. I just think he's just making so many errors, his forehand is falling apart. His backhand has never been like his strong suit. So it's like that's falling apart too. So it's like I just think he needs a better fit of a coach, you know? I mean, I think when he had Ivanisevic, like that guy has so much knowledge and stuff, and like I really think like even though like things didn't end that great with the criticism and stuff that Goran gave, um I think he still needs to find like a better coach for sure. Maybe look for Patrick because Patrick is not working with Osaka anymore. Um, see guidance there. Maybe even Federer's coach too, man. I'm not even gonna lie, Luthi, because that's a guy that like
He's not working with anybody, is he?
I don't think so. No, he was working with Rune for a little bit, but like it was like a small collaboration when Rune was with Becker. But I mean, just look and see like who's available, you know. Because I mean, if he gets somebody like Luthi per se, um, I mean that guy helped shape Federer, you know. Um,
Well, I
yeah.
also think that
Is Paul Annacone retired from coaching?
I would think so, probably. If he's not, he's
Because
probably just not working on it.
yeah, because man, he's a heck of a coach, and even Lubicic too.
Mm-hmm. Yvonne, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like just finding the right fit, you
Yeah.
know. Like this off season, maybe like he's not playing Nito for sure. Like
No.
he's not. He's
Yeah, I
not.
just looked it up. He's 30 ATP.
Yeah, so he's not playing the ATP finals. Probably. Um,
Chance. Unless he wins the
yeah,
US.
he has to win like Cincinnati, U.S. Open. He has to win everything that he plays.
Yeah.
You know.
I think excuse me. I think some of these guys that are like top 30 now are for one are just too good. They're more consistent. They have a weapon and probably just a little bit more mentally tough. He may lost to O'Connell.
Yeah,
No, I mean nothing wrong to O'Connell. I say all these things, but I mean I hope we have these guys on our podcast. But like O'Connell 4 years ago when Tsitsipas was in his prime, like
losing in straights.
that'd be a 2-2, 3-3 match.
Yeah,
And I don't know. I just saw like a bunch of just weird errors. The whole racket thing is very strange.
yeah,
Like,
with like switching to that blacked out pure arrow,
yeah,
and
100% not using Wilson. Just so everybody's clear, if anybody is
that's
like,
not a Wilson racket.
it's not a Wilson racket. Kachanov's racket's also not a Wilson racket. I know they're using a Wilson stencil.
It's
Not a
not a Wilson
Wilson racket.
racket.
Not a
It's not a
Wilson
Wilson
racket.
frame.
Yeah, Wilson. Yeah, it's not a Wilson frame. That's right.
Yeah, Bublik, same as
Oh
well.
yeah,
That's not a
like
Technofiber frame.
no. Something funny about that though? It's kind of weird though. Every time on Tennis Channel, I'm watching Tennis Channel. The Technofiber commercials is Bublik using the racket. I want to say, look, guys, he's not using the racket.
I mean, he's still technically sponsored,
He
but
is sponsored, but he's not using the racket.
he's not using the racket right now.
And real tennis fans know that. Why
Yeah,
would you black out a tennis racket?
hmm that's very true.
But
You
but
just it's just
anyway,
paying attention to detail, I
yeah,
feel.
exactly.
But
And
at first, I'm not even gonna lie, the TT Pass racket, I mean, it helped him win Dubai. Like,
you in Dubai this year?
yeah, he won Dubai. Like, he played incredible tennis with that racket, you know?
So that's my
But
point.
I just think like it's more of like a mental confidence thing, where it's like, okay, like, what can I do? You know?
Right.
But yeah,
Uh,
I just think he needs the right people around him.
right people around him, and I mean, probably just be open to change. All the stuff I've heard of, like in the media, he's just kind of like, these guys are playing too good. Strings are different, rackets are different, power is different. I mean, while that is true, like, you're either gonna be good or you're not. So
Exactly.
I don't. I think those tools. I think the equipment does make a difference, but I don't think it makes that big of a difference. I was listening to somebody, Mickelson. I was listening to Mickelson on the podcast the other day. I think it was Mickelson. Don't quote me on that. But he was. Someone asked him what his specs were on a racket. He's like, nothing. I put a little bit of lead tape and that's it. And he's using a pure arrow.
Yeah,
and
normal Pirero.
yeah, and stock Puro, I think he said. So I don't know. Honestly, I've kind of just forgotten about Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas is just, if he doesn't shape up and do well in some tournaments, he could go downhill pretty quickly.
For sure. I mean, we're witnessing it right now. So,
Yeah, exactly.
hmm
So I mean, there's that, and I think you talk about coaches. I think it was cool to see on social media the other day that Zverev was working with Tony Nadal a little bit.
hmm
That was cool.
that's incredible to see. Also, I did decide to listen to Nothing Major. Shout out Nothing Major. Listen to her podcast with Zverev,
Yeah,
and he wasn't just working with
not
Tony. I
not,
mean,
not Zverev cramping on live on the podcast.
that was crazy.
That was
I mean, one thing that Zverev was saying is that he was working with Tony a lot as well, but Rafa involved himself as well. They were at dinners till late. He was talking and sharing what Zverev needs to, be better and stuff. And like the main thing that Rafa said was that Alex has to be more brave, you
yeah,
know, and I 100% believe that too, because he's he has a big game. Like honestly, like he has big shots. He just doesn't use them that much though. Because I think sometimes like he's like very consistent from the baseline. Sometimes I feel like he forgets that like, oh, I could rip this ball. He should take more chances. He should take more chances on his serve and stuff.
yeah,
Because I think for his size, he's a little bit too passive. And that's the one thing that's holding him back.
yeah.
You know.
Well, and first of all, he's not. He's still playing good. He's playing better than he has been, but he's not playing great. I think maybe he's just trying to work on some new things. I haven't really been paying attention to his game very much, but
hmm
um, he can hit a backhand all day, cross court, forehand, cross court all day.
Yeah.
But I think maybe the reason why he's not playing maybe the best right now is just trying to work on some things in matches, and it's
Yeah.
just not ideal. And Toronto's probably not the best tournament to like work on being super aggressive because like the courts are super quick. It's hard to be like as aggressive farther behind the baseline and whatnot.
hmm
But I don't know. I think working with Tony and Rafa, I think could be a good stepping stone for him. And
hmm
with some big tournaments coming up, and
For sure. I mean, he did say that we're not going to see Tony around
yeah,
as much this year because he has a lot of stuff scheduled, like coaching the academy and stuff. And then he
right,
said for 2026, most likely we are going to see him more often,
yeah,
probably in the box and stuff, which is going to be good, to see that having such a well-known coach in his box,
yeah,
you know, and
yeah,
also he's a coach that's coached against him,
sure, so many
so
times,
it's like he basically like doesn't know the ins and outs of his game, but like knows how to play against him, and that's the one thing that Zverev said that Nadal knows best about him is that he knows his game better than any other person in the world because, I mean, Nadal's played against Zverev how many times the past 10 years? A ton,
ten
you know,
plus,
and like every match it's a grind and stuff, so I mean, they know each other's games, right? And the fact that Nadal is like involving himself and helping Zverev out, it's gonna hopefully we see a ton of improvement, because I know for sure he's gonna implement everything that Rafa was telling him, and then use it for his benefit. So it's gonna be super interesting to see that. So
yeah, yeah. I think it'd be interesting. I watched a little bit of him against Cerundolo the other night, and um, he just he just looked completely off. Like second, third game, just missing some. Like I think he had 10 unforced errors in the first like 4 games,
hmm
and just getting super frustrated. The match ended up going in his favor because Cerundolo, I think, tore an ab
I
muscle
heard, yeah,
like
he
three,
pulled something.
yeah, like after the first set, and um, yeah, just not the great form. I think. I mean, he can't go. I don't. I mean, you can always go farther down, but I think he can only go up from here. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he likes playing in Cincinnati, so it'll be it'll be interesting to see how he does over there. And I mean, he's still alive in Toronto. Never keep his chances. Never
Yeah,
keep him
exactly.
as the one seed. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
So quick turnaround. We can when everything comes out for well, I don't even know if the draw's out for Cincinnati yet. Maybe it is.
not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, that'll
Um,
probably be out like later this week.
yeah,
Talk
but
about that next
yeah,
pod.
we'll definitely talk about that the next podcast. And
Hmm.
yeah, quick turnaround though. I already saw some people there practicing and whatnot. I'm sure I think
Yeah,
qualifying probably starts the next 2 days, maybe.
yeah. Sinner's already touchdown over there. He's getting ready to defend the title.
Yeah. Is Alcaraz playing? I don't even know.
Alcaraz is playing. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the guys are gonna be back except for Draper. Draper's not gonna play since he's gonna play U.S. Open.
Yeah. Well, we did a poll last time on our Instagram about some things you'd like us to, some guys would like us to talk about, and we'll
Hmm.
go over a couple of them that responded. One of the first ones was how to overcome, first of all, not playing good and knowing that you have the shots to play good. I'll share my thought and you can share yours, but
For sure.
just because something might not be working the day that the problem, or like in a match, just because a certain shot might not be working that moment, that day, I think you have to remind yourself that it's not that you don't have that shot. It's just might not be feeling that day. And it's part of tennis. Like your best shot one day might be a jumping backhand down the line or a backhand cross or drop shot, and it just might not be feeling great that day. And honestly, maybe sometimes you have to accept it and you have to just find other ways around it. Um,
For sure.
if the guy is just playing that shot too good against you, then you have to find other ways. So let's just say it's a backhand down the line. If the backhand down the line is not working the best that day, then maybe it's just the day you stick cross court. And
Mm.
then if you want to go line, then you do an inside out forehand. But I think the biggest thing is just reminding yourself that you do have the shot. It's not that you don't have the shot. It's just it's not feeling the greatest. And if the backhand down line is the shot that's gonna win you the match, and nothing else, you can't really do much else about it besides that shot. Um, Sometimes you just need to keep committing to it and
True.
with confidence. Like don't
Yeah.
every time you're stroking it, don't be like, oh, I hope I don't miss it in the net. It's like no, you just stroke it, and if it goes out, it goes out. But at the end of the day, like you know that you were going for the right shot that was going to help you win. Because I think if you start going backwards and saying, well, I just need to make this in and like keep the points alive and push, let's just say push,
Right.
that's not the wanting to win mentality. That's not wanting to lose. So
Mm.
for the person that asked this, I'd just say keep going for the shot that you know is what's right. And if it goes out, then you lose. You have the practice course the next day to go work on it.
Exactly. Um, for me at least, back to what you were saying about like committing to the shot. If you're gonna, let's say like you're going line on a backhand, right? Instead of like, okay, going for like the smallest margin, maybe like look for it and like
Clear
aim
court.
for like a bigger target,
Yeah.
you know? And then once you start aiming for that big target, then you're like, okay, I could keep
It's
hitting
a
it
little
and
more free.
stuff. And then, you know, sooner or later, you're going to start hitting winners, right? Because you're going to start, it's just called like range of the shot. You're just going to really just start making it. But at least for me, like when I'm playing, I've been in a lot of positions like where like I'm not playing my best, against players that are better than me.
Hmm.
And it's just problem solving, on any given day. Just making sure, like, okay, like my forehand's not working today, per se. I'm not going to go for winners. I'm going to go for placement instead so I could set up my backhand,
Yeah.
right? Um, just being steady is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Making
Exactly.
sure, I'm just not giving away points. is the main thing, because then that's when frustration starts to accumulate and stuff. Once we see like a deficit in the score, that's one thing. That's that's uh that's what I take from it, and also just like really digging deep, no matter the score, just making the opponent work for it, even if it's not your day. Don't give away the match. You know, no matter how frustrated you are.
Yeah, I that's I think that's kind of like the champion's mentality. I think if something's not working the best that day, you have to just find kind of a way around it. And it's like, let's just use someone for example. This past tournament, let's use,
Devin
yeah, let's use Demois.
in Washington.
Yeah. So sometimes, if I mean nothing's working, you have to get kind of scrappy. Diminuar is, I think, the best at like finding an edge around someone that makes them maybe more tired or think a little bit more or make them go for a winner instead of you. Um, he's like a natural hustler. Like, doesn't give any free points, rallies the crap out of it, and then goes for something maybe more aggressive. And
Hmm.
um, any way that you can maybe, I mean, sometimes just slicing a forehand low, middle, making them brush up more on the ball. Um, I mean, there's so many stuff like little stuff like that that could help. And if the game is really bad that day, that's a very bad situation. I hope nobody
Hmm.
gets to that point, but it does happen for sure.
Right.
Where you're having to slice or do stuff like that. But sometimes it's just about winning. I mean, and everybody gets wrapped up in, oh, is this guy better than I am? Is this guy rated higher than I am? At the end of the day, just whoever plays the best that day, it's might not win, but it's just a matter of winning and
Hmm.
finding a way to win. Whether the dude is 1,000 ATP and you're 400 ATP, that's not a bad comparison because everybody does something like that. I don't know. I mean, you're playing a junior player that you know that you beat 9 times out of 10, but this time he's beating you. It doesn't matter the score. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you want your ratings to look good, rankings to look good, but it's just about winning. I mean, find a way to
For
win.
sure. For sure. For sure. For me, like I forgot to add this before. Um, Billy Mack shared about Deminoir and all. For me, at least, it's like I had a really tough match in March, and we're playing a Ferris State, and I found myself down in my singles match 6-2, 5-1. I was like on the brinks, right? And the guy I was playing against, he was just like running me. He was a big hitter, big forehand, steps into every short ball. So I see the other guys, they're fighting and stuff. I was like, I'm somebody where it's like, I want to be on the court as much as possible. I don't want to be like the first one off ever.
Hmm.
So I really just took that and said, like, okay, like when I see a short ball, I'm going to go for it, but like with like margin at least, because the thing was, is that I was making errors and then he was running me, you know?
Right.
So then like, I just told myself when I see a short ball, I'm gonna aim for like a big target in the court, and then
Go as hard
when
in that spot.
exactly, and I'm not going for the line, right? Going like way inside the court, like I'm ripping it, and then if I'm just in a really long point, I'm just gonna like stick through it. I don't think I probably made like two or three unforced errors after that. After I told myself that, and I won 7-6. And then I was up 7-5 in the tiebreaker, and then he cramped out of the match because we were already playing for like 3 hours. So it's like it's things like that. When you have a mentality where it's like, okay, I could really flip this match, and you really commit to it, like it can happen. It's not going to happen every time, right? Because sometimes the opponent just figures out how to close the match and stuff, but it's not going to happen every time. But if you have that mentality, then like I'm sure like um good things will come out of it because I've experienced it myself, you know? So that's what I have to say about that topic.
Yeah. Um, do you have the other one? I need the other one.
It's in your messages. You got it. Yeah, I just sent it to you. It's what have we learned about ourselves?
Let's see.
Okay, let me.
Sorry, guys.
I got it. Don't worry. So, someone asked, like, from our time in college, what have we learned about ourselves? What is something that we learned about ourselves as players?
Okay.
You want to go first? I'll go first.
You can go first.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me at least, the one thing that I learned about myself the most is really like I found like my leadership skills. Um,
Yeah.
it's one thing that I never really like knew about myself
Right.
prior to college. Um, Not many people know, but I've been captain at DBU for the past 2 years until we got cut. Um, and my role was really just like, make sure like, we all do the right thing and stuff, but also making sure that everybody's on the same page. Um, Being in that position really like opened my eyes to like how like impactful leaders are, you know? Um, at least for me, like the mindset I had every time I'd go to practice and every time I'd play a match, it's like, really setting the tone for the guys.
Right.
Really, really being present. Um, Even if I'm like sick, even if I'm just not having a good day, just show up and put the work in. You know, that's what was like instilled for me from day one, pretty much. That's what I learned about myself mainly, and just being able to just push through,
Yeah.
anything.
Well, and I think I mean, it's just my opinion, but I think everybody can always find a little bit of a leadership role. You're always been a great leader, and I mean, I had no doubt that someday you'd probably be a captain because you enjoyed um, being that role model per se. But I think leadership is huge because there's going to be some day where if you're not even playing, like myself last semester, I played in a couple of doubles matches, but my role then was to be as loud as I could on the sidelines. I know it sounds kind of weird, but like be there for whatever they needed. I mean, even if it was to like I don't know a Gatorade. I know it sounds super like something small like that, but it was just to like be there. And um, there was plenty of instances where the guys weren't feeling good. And if you could be that loudest person in the practice courts, um, on the match court, if you're being an assistant coach that day, anything like that, and in practice too, I think is leadership is huge because that's where we learn the most, grow the most, practice the most, and I agree with you. I think leadership is probably one of the biggest things I learned as well because not
Hmm.
not playing a whole lot last semester or last year was probably I mean it's frustrating because you want to play because you're there to play,
Hmm.
but sometimes it's just meant for something else. So and I
Right.
also say that everybody wants to play college tennis, Division 1, Division 2. I mean, or whatever level. I'd say Division 1, Division 2 are the hardest levels, but I didn't realize how tough it really was to compete, just to compete, not even just to win, but just to compete at the level that it took to be there was so much tougher than I ever like thought. Like our practices, our coach was very adamant about wanting practices to be twice as harder as matches. That way, when the match came, it was like second nature. We could
Hmm.
volley from anywhere on the court. It takes a lot more effort than people think, and it's
For
really really
sure.
hard. It's really really hard. On the days like you're feeling great, match feels great. On the days you're feeling like crap, which happens because we're traveling a lot, maybe not sleeping as much, waking up early for practices, going to bed later. I mean that's the kind of days where you have to dig deep a bit more, and that's where
For
leadership
sure.
comes in, where you have people around you to back you up. And I think we both had pretty good teams in that aspect, to where if we didn't have great days, playing or not, we had somebody there with us. So
For sure.
I think that's probably the two biggest things that I learned, and it's not an easy game. So
Not at all.
very wearing and tearing. I mean, we haven't really talked too much about our own personal teams and whatnot, but I mean, go to class all morning, practice for 3-4 hours, gym afterwards,
Yeah.
homework.
You feel like crap.
You feel like dog, and you go to bed late, wake up the next morning.
Yeah,
So
repeat, but
yeah,
then like you repeat with like soreness all over.
if you have soreness, you have stress about a match, who you're playing. I mean, all sorts of stuff, and it just takes a lot of responsibility. So
Exactly. A ton.
I think, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. I don't think we have anything else. We good?
I think we hit everything.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody listening. If you have any people you might want to see on the podcast or topics for us to discuss about, message us on Instagram or leave a comment in either YouTube or Spotify.
Mm,
Let us know. I think everybody's feedback is important and helps us grow. So share with a friend, like it, subscribe, let people know about us. So enjoyed
yeah, for
making
sure.
it with you guys.
Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate y'all, and we hope y'all have a great day.
See you next week. See you.
Adios.